It's Madden NFL 24, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
Riley Patterson has this one teed up, and off we go here from Jacksonville. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
He's got a man complete, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there, because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And an excellent job of finding the opening, as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A terrible spot for a holding call, as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Boy, this has been a nice first drive for them, but right there, Charles, a sack on 3rd and goal, that's tough.
Yeah, and if you're the head coach and the offensive play caller, if you had any thoughts about going for it on 4th down, it's a much more difficult decision now. Likely kick the field goal, but if you're going to go for it, you better have the perfect play call on your sheet.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On first down, Lawrence. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to the ground with Etienne. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Lawrence to throw. A short throw to Ingram. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. Touchdown, Jaguars! Brenton Strange, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. McCarthy. This is caught by Addison. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Jones will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wound up punching this one into the end zone.
extra point attempt to follow here. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. This a quick pass to Davis. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Brandon Powell deep for Minnesota. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 30 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Lawrence. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield and broke down the defender.
What do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Everything has been good for him. And right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank. They work now on 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, McCarthy. That is caught. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. An inside give to Jones. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Jags grab it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game. And ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it. When he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble, because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next week at meetings. He'd have a football with him at all times.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. McCarthy. Pressure comes and down he goes. Josh Allen, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun. McCarthy going underneath. He's got Hockenson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this. Back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. This is brought in at the 21. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Lawrence will throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. From the shotgun, Lawrence working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And to throw again is Lawrence. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. In that first half, it was the veteran Aaron Jones who had it going. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Back to throw. Lawrence. It's caught by Davis. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Looking to throw. Lawrence. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. Able to slither. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd down and 8. Off the bootleg. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk on the receiving end of that touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on and they're ready for this next series. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. The give is to Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. McCarthy. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a throw here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. To throw on 3rd down. McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That one complete downfield to Kirk. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. A good pickup there of 22. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Patterson's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture, as now they've got a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 157 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 59 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Etienne will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. McCarthy. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. A throw. Incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They go play action now. Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 27. Now Lawrence. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Second down and a yard. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Finds his tight end Ingram. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And he won't get back to the line of scrimmage this time either as they stop him behind the line once more. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 6 yards away. And the Jaguars have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. A quick throw there is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, and that is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And they'll run with ETN. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Let's ride up. Let's ride up. Let's ride. Gotta happen, baby. That's what it is. That's what it is.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with ETN. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Jaguars have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:51 on the clock. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. On 1st and 10, McCarthy completes this to Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing on 1st down. McCarthy. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back to throw again. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Playmaker, step up right now. This is where you step up right here, baby. Get him going, baby.
2nd and 6 coming up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Slant route, and he's got Addison. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on